Kyle. Or waiting for Tony. Tony Fox. And get everybody else in. We can start without her. We don't need her right now.
Good morning, Judge.
Well, how are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you?
Oh, so far, so good.
Tony.
Good morning.
Good morning, Anthony.
Morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good. Okay. All right. This is 416-477-2022 State Texas versus Anthony Wayne Dias.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And we're here on a mental health bond. I have read the mental health assessment. And did you want to call your client to testify?
I do, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Diaz, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, stuff you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, Anthony. You understand why we're here today, right?
Yes, I do. I might get a chance to further my mental health outside of jail.
Yes, sir. And that would be via a mental health bond. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
I picked the local one as well. The faith path or true or
Life path?
path. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to have a few questions for you. If you can listen to my question and just answer the question, that would be great. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you have a mental health diagnosis in your past?
Yes.
Can you tell the court what that is?
Schizoaffective delusional disorder with a bipolar type.
Okay. And when were you diagnosed with that? If you recall.
2018, I believe.
Okay. And have you been receiving any kind of psychiatric or medical care for that issue?
Yeah, yes. Right before I got arrested, I got out of an inpatient in a medical city. But I had an appointment with a psychiatrist I wasn't able to keep. I have a prescription in my backpack.
Were you unable to keep that appointment because you got arrested?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you're out of jail, what medications do you normally take?
I've been off medication for a while. I recently got back on trazodone before bed, but I've been alone a lot, and I just think of being in a sober living home would benefit me by being around people.
Okay. And Do you recall what medications you were taking before you got off the medications
And
outside?
I was taking I took Resperdal, and it's usually been trazodone, like, and Resperdal. Resperdal has been the big one.
Okay. And are they giving you that in the jail?
I'm not sure. They said it's like Prozac, and the one at night doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Does it look different than what you normally take?
Yes.
Okay. If the court were to release you on a mental health bond, they would very likely want you to get evaluated by LifePath. They may prescribe you medications. You'd have regular appointments with them, and you would also have to do what's called a bond check-in, where you check in with the court on a regular basis. Are you willing to do all of those things if the judge lets you out on a mental health bond?
Yes. Yes, I'm willing to do all that.
All right. And it looks like Ms. Fox has worked out a place for you to possibly go called Cardinal House in Plano. Were you aware of that?
No, but I'm very excited.
Okay. You want to get into a sober living facility?
If she had worked out something for me, then I'm willing to take that. But yeah, a sober living environment, but whatever the courts think would be best for my mental health, I'm 100% willing to give it a try.
You don't really have anywhere to go if we're not able to work out some sort of a sober living facility or other facility or shelter, are you?
I have $700 saved up for my disability, and then on the 3rd I get another 7. So a place to stay wouldn't be that bad, wouldn't be hard on me. But no family in Texas.
Okay. Do you have any kind of violent criminal history?
No.
All right. And you're willing to abide by whatever action plan that the court puts in place for you?
Yes, I am.
And how would you get to and from the court and to LifePath and things like that?
An Uber,
Okay.
Uber, or ask someone.
Okay. Do you have people you can ask?
No, but I'm a friendly person. So I mean, I've been alone traveling for like a year and a half. So it's good. It's refreshing just to see this many people and be talking to you guys. So.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Does the state have any questions?
Just a few, Your Honor. Mr. Diaz, do you have a plan of if you're not going to be able to grab a ride, or if for some reason if you can't afford an Uber, are you going to stay in contact with Tony and let her know, or what would be your plan if you can't find a ride?
Yes, I let her know. I mean, I can walk even. I've walked. I was normally walking from Virginia to Maryland to Washington, D.C. Like I do that 3 times a week. So a walk isn't that bad for me, but I'm enjoying having money saved. I haven't had money saved in a long time. So an Uber is not bad.
And have you had any suicidal thoughts recently, or since you've been in jail?
Since I've been to jail?
Since you've been in jail, or within the past year or so?
Nothing serious.
Nothing serious, but it's yes or no. Have you, or?
I felt like it a couple of times, and I came and told the nurse, but nothing serious.
Okay.
Normally when I feel like it, I go to the emergency room, and then I could get an inpatient because I don't have a clinic. So I did that here.
Okay. And if Miss Fox isn't able to get you into that living facility, do you have any idea of where else you would go, or would you just be looking for another sober living facility to stay at?
Another sober living. I like the AA. I lived 2 years at a sober living, and I got a job there in Santan Valley, Arizona. So
Okay.
I like that.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Does the defendant have any other witnesses or any other information?
I'll call Ms. Fox briefly, Judge.
I'm going to assume you're sworn in.
Good morning, Tony. I know that you communicated with me this morning about Cardinal House, right?
That is correct.
That is not the only option, is it?
I know that the client wants to stay in Collin County so that he can be close to services and close to the court. And as for Collin County, of all the places that I've called, this is the only place that is potentially within his budget that has potentially has available beds. He still needs to do an intake to see if they will take him.
Okay. Do you recommend that that the judge do like a coordinated release once a bed's available there?
That's typical for the judge to put on the bond.
I'll pass the witness.
Do you have any questions?
No questions.
What if he doesn't get in the Cardinal House? What happens?
He will be released onto the streets and have to see if he can find potentially another place to stay. I've exhausted what I have with regards to available sober livings within his budget here in Collin County. There aren't a lot.
Okay. Any questions based on that?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else from the defendant?
You said that you've got $700 right now.
And on the 3rd, I get my disability again for 7.
So you'll have day after tomorrow, you'll have $1,400 then.
Maybe I'm not sure when if they stop my disability for being incarcerated, but I know I had the first month because they're always paying for the previous month. So I know I have, and I could work a job. I'd rather work than they get $700 a month anyhow.
I think something that's weighing on everybody's mind is we've got some very bitter cold weather, wet weather coming up, and we're all concerned about you being released on the streets. If for some reason you didn't get in Cardinal House and you got released, would you be able to go to a hotel or something like that? Just temporarily? Yeah,
or I could rent a room. I've seen rooms for rent for $550, but it's real important to me that I don't get into the same living with someone that does drugs. That's my thing. Freedom is right up there. I wouldn't do anything because I know the police out here are quick to light you up, and I know if I come back after being bonded, there's no chance I'll ever get another one. So.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Anything else from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Does the defense rest?
Yes, we rest you.
Does the state have anything else to add?
Hey, we'll just read the defendant's criminal history.
Okay.
He was arrested in August of 2015. It looks like for domestic violence that was within the disorderly conduct statute, with no further data on that. He was arrested in 2016 for theft and shoplifting and sentenced to 36 months probation. He was arrested in 2016 for false report, and that case was eventually dismissed. He was arrested for burglary in 2016, and that case was pled down to a criminal trespass where he served 2 years probation. And then he also was arrested for possession of a dangerous drug and given 18 months probation in 2016 before this case. The state rest.
All right. Any argument from the state?
Just given the mental health assessment, the defendant's criminal history, and the unknownness of whether or not he may or may not have a bed, the state opposed asked that if the court does grant it, that it be on a coordinated release to make sure that he is in a bed and avoids the incoming weather at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is you have a drug problem more than a mental health issue. But I'm gonna go ahead and get you a shot at getting clean for a while, and we'll get you to the Cardinal House. The problem is if they don't take you after you're released to the Cardinal House, you are going to be on the street because we can't really just have somebody sit there and wait to see if they're going to take you or not. So we'll get you there. Hopefully they'll take you in, get you started on your sober living. The condition of the bond is that you stay at the Cardinal House. If you aren't in the Cardinal House, you're going to be violating your bond, and we'll issue a warrant for your arrest. Okay.
Yes, sir. I understand.
If you don't get in the Cardinal House, make sure you talk to Tony and see if there's somewhere else for you to go. But I don't think there is. But you need to be in a sober living facility somewhere for at least probably next 30 days at least. So
That's not a problem.
Yeah, if later than that there's some other things going on, we'll talk about it. But don't just leave there and decide you're good to go. You can walk out on your own, because we'll have to talk to you about that. But what will happen from here is once we get you there on a coordinated release, we'll have you call Tony every week, let her know how you're doing. You'll come see me once a month, and we'll talk about that in the future. But when you talk to Tony, she'll let you know if you need to come see me or not. When you come see me, expect to be drug tested. If you have anything in your system is not supposed to be in your system, obviously you're going to be in violation of your bond conditions. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tony, do you want to say anything?
Okay, I'm going to set up your coordinated release, and we're going to get you with the Cardinal House on the phone this afternoon, early afternoon, so that they can do the intake on you and let us know whether or not you are going to be accepted into their program, okay?
All right. And staying in Collin County was not a big deal for me. So if there's other, because I talked with the court worker, and then we found a different one too. So
Yeah, there's some outside of Collin County that you can go to, but we know that you wanted to stay as close as you could, so.
but to the clinic, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good luck. We'll see you. When's our February meeting?
It's
We'll
February
probably-
the 10th.
Yeah, we'll probably see you February 10th. We're not sure if we're doing in-person meetings though at this point. So
All
just
right.
stay in touch with Tony and she'll let you know what you need to be doing. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Judge.
Bye-bye.